We did it for 2, 5, 10. We did it for 2 power n, 5 power n, 10 power n. We did it for divisibility rule for 3, 9 and how to do it for 18. Now we will do it for 9, 36 and 45. 9, 36 and 45. Question number 1. Reminder when the number is divided by 9. 9 means sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. Sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. That means number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on up to 40, 41, 42. Sum of all first 42 natural numbers is summation 42. Summation 42 is summation n is given by n into n plus 1 by 2. What is summation n? It is nothing but sum of all natural numbers starting from 1 to n. So it is 42 into 43 by 2. 221s are 21 into 43. You don't need to do it. 2 plus 1, it is 3. 3 plus 4, 7. 3 7s are 21. 2 plus 1, 3. Answer for the first question is 3. Answer for the first question is 3. Sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on up to 42. Sum of all first 42 natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. So summation 42 is 42 into 43 by 2. 21 into 43. 21 into 43, whatever the resultant digital sum finding is one way, or finding the digital sum of individual numbers. 2 plus 1, 3, 4 plus 3, 7, 3 7s are 21, 2 plus 1, 3. I hope the idea is clear. Now a smart student might ask me this doubt. Anil sir, you said that when you divide a number by 9, sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. But here you have taken the individual numbers. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I take it as the sum of individual digits, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. What is the sum of the digits? 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 14, 15. 15 digital, it is 6. Suppose if I take it as a group of 2 digits for 2, 3 and 4, 5. 23 plus 1, 24. 24 plus 45, which is 16, 9. 6 plus 9, 15, which is again 6. Suppose I take it as a group of 3 digits. 1 plus 2 plus 3, 45, which is 348. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 8, 15, again 6. Suppose I take it as a group of 3 digits. 123 plus 45, which is again 168. Again the digital sum is 6. So instead of taking individual digits or a combination of 2 digits or a combination of 3 digits, the end result remains the same. The end result remains the same. So your doubt of taking it as individual digits 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus, it is as equivalent to taking 2 digits at a time, 3 digits. The input might be different. The way you add the digits might be in a combination of 1 digit or a 2 digits or a 3 digits or a 4 digits. The end result will always be the same. That is what I wanted to tell you through this problem. You don't need to do the individual digits and add it. You can take it in any group that you wish. The answer still remains the same. I hope the idea is clear. So for 9, what is the answer? We got 3, which is very, very important. Question 2. Question 2. Find the remainder when it is divided by 36. Whenever you get a composite number, preferably a 2-digit number or a 3-digit number, write the number as a product of 2 coprimes, which is nothing but 4 and 9. 4 and 9. Let us do the divisibility rule for 4 and 9. Divisibility rule for 4 is last two digits should be divisible by 4. Last two digits is 42. 4 tens are 40. Last two digits is 2. For 9, we got the remainder 3. I hope it is clear. Divisibility rule for 4 is last two digits should be divisible by 4. Divisibility rule for 9 is last sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. We got a remainder 3. Number when divided by 4 gives a remainder 2. The same number when divided by 9, it gives a remainder 3. 4a plus 2 and 9b plus 3. So 4a is nothing but 9b plus 1. 4a is nothing but 8b plus b plus 1. 4a is divisible by 4. 8b is divisible by 4. b plus 1 should be divisible by 4. b minimum value is 3. Substitute here. 9 3s are 27. 27 plus 3, 30. The lowest possible value is 30 and the form of this number is 30 plus this number is divisible by 4 and 9. 30 plus LCM of 4 and 9. LCM of 4 and 9 is 36k. 36k plus anything when divided by 36. Answer is nothing but 30. Answer is nothing but 30. I hope it is clear. 4a plus 2. Please see this equation once again. 4a plus 2 equivalent to 9b plus 3. 4a is 9b plus 1. 4a is 8b plus b plus 1. Divisible by 4, divisible by 4. b plus 1 should be divisible by 4. b minimum value is 3. Substitute the minimum value wherever the b variable is there. 9 3s are 27 plus 3, 30. Now a smart student might ask me a value. Why can't I take b value as 7? 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 is also divisible by 4. You can take b value 7. If I take b value 7, the value will become 9 7s are 63 plus 3. 63 plus 3 is 66. 66 when you further divide by 36, answer again will come down to the value 30. I hope it is clear. You can take any value of b. The answer will be greater than 36. Further divide by 36 so that you will get the answer. So it is as equivalent to taking the minimum value and finding a value which is less than 36. You take b value 7. 7 9s are 63 plus 3, 66. 66 is greater than 36. 66 when divided by 36 is remainder will be 30. I hope the idea is clear. Very, very beautiful questions starting from basics. I am sure most of you are enjoying the class, right? This we call it as a thematic based learning. Question number 3. Find the remainder when it is divided by 45. 45 is nothing but 5 into 9. Same thing try to do, sir. 5. 5 means unit digit will be 0 or 5. Unit digit is 2. So 2. Answer when divided by 9, I got a remainder 3. So one is 5a plus 2 and another is 9b plus 3. Both will represent the same equation. So 5a equivalent to 9b plus 1. 5a equivalent to 5b plus 4b plus 1. I hope you are understanding how am I writing the equation. Divisible by 5, divisible by 5. 4b plus 1 should be divisible by 5. b minimum value is 1. b minimum value is 1. So answer is 9 plus 3. Answer for this question is 12. Answer for this question is 12. I hope the idea is clear. 45. 45 is a composite number. Write the composite number as a product of two coprimes 5 and 9. Divisibility rule of 5 is unit digit should be 0 or 5. I got 2. So it gives a remainder 2. Divisibility rule for 9 is sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. So 9b plus 3. 5a plus 2 equivalent to 9b plus 3, 5a equivalent to 9b plus 1. These divisible by 5, divisible by 5. This should be divisible by 5. B value is 1. 9 plus 3, answer is 12. Idea clear? Third question. I hope the idea is clear. Fourth question. Find the remainder when it is divided by 11. I will tell you two rules. Now, divisibility rule for divisibility rule for 11. Divisibility rule for 11. Divisibility rule for 11. Method 1. Method 1. Now, if you observe, remainder when 10 square divided by 11. I will tell you when I am discussing Fermat's theorem, why am I taking 10 square directly. 10 square is 100. 11 nines are 99. Remainder is 1. Remainder is 1. Remember this, 10 square divided by 11 is 1. Suppose remainder 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 11. This is nothing but remainder of 12 into 10 square plus 34 divided by 11. 10 square divided by 11 is 1. 34 plus 12 is 46. 34 plus 12 is 46. That means the divisibility rule for 11 is start from right hand side, take a group of 2 digits, add them, take a group of 2 digits and add them. This is the divisibility rule for 11. Start from the right hand side, take a group of 2 digits, add them. Why am I taking a group of 2 digits? It is based on this concept. Remainder when 10 square divided by 11 is 1. I hope the idea is clear. Suppose one example. 11, 12, 13, 14 divided by 11 is there. Take a group of 2 digits and add them. 14 plus 11 is 25. 12 plus 13 is 25. 25 plus 25 is 50. 50 divided by 11. 11 fours are 44. Remainder for this question is 6. Like that, you can take a group of 2 digits, keep on adding the doublets. This is one way to find the divisibility rule for 11. I hope the concept is clear. I will tell you multiple ways. This is the method 1. Method 2, our textbook way. Divisibility rule for 11. Divisibility rule for 11. Textbook way. Suppose if it is ABC is there. A is there in hundreds place. B is there in tens place. 10B plus C. This can be written as 99A plus 11B plus A minus B plus C. Can I write like this? 99 plus A is 100A, 11B minus B is 10B plus C. If ABC is divisible by 11, 99 is also divisible by 11. These also divisible by 11. A minus B plus C should be divisible by 11. A minus B plus C should be divisible by 11. This is nothing but A plus C minus B. A minus B plus C is nothing but A plus C minus B. Now, if you see the divisibility rule of 11, method 2, if I take a 3-digit number ABC, A is there in hundreds place, so 100A, B is there in tens place, so 10B plus C. 100A can be written as 99A plus A, 10B can be written as 11B minus B. If ABC is divisible by 11, 99A is divisible by 11, 11B is divisible by 11, A minus B plus C should be divisible by 11. A minus B plus C is nothing but A plus C minus B. What are A plus C? A plus C are present in the odd places. What is B? B is present in the even place. That means just by looking at these, A minus B plus C should be divisible by 11. I can conclude that sum of odd places minus sum of even places, sum of odd places minus sum of even places should be divisible by 11. I hope the idea is clear. Divisibility rule for 11, method 2. What is method 1? Start from the right hand side, take a group of 2 digits and keep on adding them. What is method 2? Take the odd place values, take the even place values, subtract the even place values from the odd place values. The difference should be either be divisible by 11 or it should be 0. Sum of odd places minus sum of even places should be either divisible by 11 or it should be 0. I hope the concept is clear. Now we will take some examples. We will take some examples so that you will understand it thoroughly. Divisibility rule for 11. How to check by using odd places and even places concept whether the number is divisible by 11 or not. Remainder of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 11. Take the odd places. 6 is there in odd place, 4 is there in odd place, 2 is there in odd place. 6 plus 4 plus 2 is 12. Even places is 5 plus 3 plus 1. 12 minus 9 is 3. Difference should be either 0 or it should be divisible by 11. But difference I am getting in this question is 3. 3 is neither 0 nor divisible by 11. That means remainder is not equivalent to 0. Next one more example. I am writing a single digit 6 times divided by 11. What are the odd places? 2 plus 2 plus 2. What are the even places? 2 plus 2 plus 2. 6 minus 6 is 0. So the difference is 0. That means it is divisible by 11. Method 1 is start from right hand side, take a group of 2 digits and add them. Method 2 is take the odd place values, take the even place values, subtract the even place values from the odd place values. The difference should be either 0 or divisible by 11. I hope the idea is clear. See, for the prime numbers, the divisibility rules is never unique. The divisibility rule for only 2, 3 and 5 is unique. Other prime numbers greater than 5, whether it is 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, it could be a 2-digit prime number, it could be a 3-digit prime number. The divisibility rule of a prime number is not unique. In fact, if I have to use machine level language concept, checking whether a number is a prime number or not, or how to find whether a number is a prime number or not, what are the numbers between 1 and 2, how many stars are there in a sky, how many points are there in a straight line, this all comes under an undecidable problem. A problem is said to be undecidable problem if there exists many ways to solve a problem or if there exists no way to solve a problem. There exist many divisibility rules for prime number. You can deduce your own rules, which I will be checking it. This concept is known as theory of osculation. Don't miss this concept in session number 4, where a student who is watching the video, you will be able to find out your own divisibility rule if you understand the theory of osculation. Now, method 3. Method 1 we discussed, method 2 we discussed. Method 3. Method 3. Divisibility rule for 11, method 3. Remainder when 10 cube divided by 11. 11 ones are 11 minus 1. Minus 1 whole cube is minus 1. That means, suppose if I take an example of 4 written 6 times, 444, 444 divided by 11. Just by looking at a question itself, we can say that sum of the odd places equivalent to sum of even places. That means the number is divisible by 11. Otherwise, this can also be written as 444 into 10 cube plus 444 divided by 11. 10 cube divided by 11 is minus 1. Minus 444 plus 445 is also 0. That means the another divisibility rule for 11 is start from right hand side. Start from right hand side. Take a group of 3 digits. Take a group of 3 digits. Take a group of 3 digits. Alternatively add and subtract. This I will explain in detail when we are solving little high level problems. Alternatively add and subtract. 10 cube divided by 11 is minus 1. 444 can be written as 444 into 10 cube plus 444 divided by 11. 10 cube divided by 11 is minus 1. Minus 444 plus 444 is 0. The divisibility rule of 11 is start from right hand side. Take a group of 3 digits. Alternatively add and subtract. I hope the concept is clear. What are the 3 methods to find the divisibility rule for 11? Take a group of 2 digits, add them. Take odd place values, take even place values, subtract even place values. From odd place values, the difference should be either 0 or divisible by 11. Take a group of 3 digits, alternatively add and subtract. Idea clear? Now we will solve this question. There is a number that is given, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divided by 11. I will solve this problem in 3 methods. Method 1. Method 1 is, what is the concept that we are using? 10 square divided by 11 is 1. 10 square divided by 11 is 1. So take a group of 2 digits and add them. If I take a group of 2 digits and add them, 12 plus 34 is 46. 46 plus 56 is 102. 102 plus 78 is 180. 180 divided by 11. 11 16s are 176. Remainder is 4. Remainder is 4. Method 1, I got the answer 4. Method 2. Method 2. What is method 2? Take a group of odd place values, add them. Take a group of even place values, add them and subtract them. Odd values, 8 plus 6, 14. 14 plus 4, 18. 18 plus 2, 20. Minus of, what are the even place values? 7 plus 5, 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. 20 minus 16 divided by 11. 20 minus 16 is 4. 4 divided by 11. Answer is again 4. Method 1 gave you the same answer. Method 2 also will give you the same answer. Method 3. What is method 3? Take a group of 3 digits. Alternatively add and subtract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divided by 11. Take a group of 3 digits. Alternatively add and subtract. 678 plus 12 is 690. 690 minus 345, which is again 345. 345 divided by 11. 11 3s are 33. 15. 11 1s are 11. What is the remainder? 4. 3 methods, same answer. Generally in our school days only method 2 is taught, and most of the students tend to think that there exists only one divisibility rule for 11. Again I am repeating a most important key point. Divisibility rule for a prime number greater than 5 is not unique. For 2 and 5 it is fixed. Beyond 2 and 5, any prime number divisibility rule, there are many rules. This is one such classical example. Now, another beautiful question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 12 and so on up to 42. It is divided by 11. The reason why I introduced multiple methods to you is, reminder when you divide a number by 11. Suppose if you used odd places, you try to solve this question by using the method which is taught in your school or in your coaching center. Take the odd places and keep on adding. Take the even places and keep on adding. Check how much time it is taking. Suppose if you know method number 1, which is remainder when 10 square divided by 11, which is nothing but 1. Take a group of 2 digits and add them. So if you take a group of 2 digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on up to 42. Now see here, 42 is one group, 41 is one group and so on till 10 is one group. 89 is one group, 67 is one group, 45 is one group. I hope it is clear, right? Or I will write it like this. I will write it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and so on up to till 42, right? I will write it like this. 35, 36, 37 and so on up to 41, 42. What is the concept? Start from right hand side. Take a group of 2 digits and add them. 42 is one group, 41 is one group, 40 is another group, 39 is another group, 38 one group, 37 one group and so on up to 19 one group, 18 one group, 17 one group, 16 one group, 15 one group, 14 one group, 13 one group, 12 one group, 11 one group, 10 one group. That means till here we got. Next. 89, 67, 45, 32, 1. Now, from here to here, if we add 1 plus 23 plus 45 plus 67 plus 89, 10 to 42, the series is in arithmetic progression. Sum of n terms in AP is n by 2 into first term plus last term. 10 to 42, total there are 33 terms, 33 by 2 into 10 plus 42. I hope it is clear. 1 plus 23 is 24, 24 plus 45 is 69, 69 plus 67, 69 plus 67 is 136, 136 plus 89 is 225. Here the entire sum is 225. Plus 33 by 2 into 52, 52 is 26. So answer is 225 plus 33 into 26, 23, 6, 3s are 78, 7, 78 plus 7, 858. So this will become 8 plus 5, 13, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 1083 I got. Again, right? If there are any calculation mistake, please take care of it. I hope the idea is clear. 8 plus 5, 13, 8, 10, 1083. Sum of odd places minus sum of even places. 3 plus 0, 3. 3 minus 9, minus 6. That means answer for the first question is 5. Answer for the first question is 5. I hope the idea is clear. What is the concept I used here? Take a group of 2 digits and add them. That is the concept which I used. When divided by 11, I got remainder 5. Now second question. Second question. First one answer is 5. Second one, find the remainder when it is divided by 44. 44 is 4 into 11. 4 means last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. 42, 4 tens are 40. Remainder 2. 11 is nothing but remainder 5. 4a plus 2 is equivalent to 11b plus 5. 4a is nothing but 11b plus 3. 4a is nothing but 8b plus 3 into b plus 1. So b, this is divisible by 4, this is divisible by 4. B plus 1 should be divisible by 4. B minimum is 3. Minimum 3 means 33 plus 5. Answer is 38. Answer is 38. Idea clear? Answer is 33 plus 5, 38. Very easy question. First and second if you know the concept. Next one. Find the remainder when n is divided by 7, 11, 13. Now see here. Divisibility rules for extremely important slide. 7, 11, 13. What are the combinations that will come from 7, 11, 13? 7 11s are 77. 7 13s are 91. 11 13s are 143. 7 11 13 is 1001. All this one, the divisibility rule is same. That is, remainder 1, 10 cube divided by 7. If I see 7 ones are 7, remainder 3. 3 cube is 27. 7 fours are 28 minus 1. Remainder 1, 10 cube divided by 11. 11 ones are 11. Negative remainder minus 1. Minus 1 whole cube is minus 1. Remainder 1, 10 cube divided by 13. 13 ones are 13. Minus 3. Minus 3 cube is minus 27. 10 cube divided by 7 is minus 1. Why it is minus 1? 7 ones are 7. Remainder is 3. 3 cube is 27. 7 fours are 28. Remainder minus 1. 11 ones are 11. Negative remainder minus 1. Minus 1 cube is minus 1. 13 ones are 13 minus 3. Minus 3 cube is minus 27. 13 minus 2s are minus 26. Negative remainder is 1. Extremely important concept. Pay utmost attention to it. A lot of beautiful conclusions can be drawn from this problem. Now, example. Remainder 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 7. This can be written as remainder 1, 123 into 10 cube plus 456 divided by 7. 10 cube divided by 7 is minus 1. Minus 1 into 123 is minus 123. 456 minus 123 is 333 divided by 7. 7 fours are 28, 53, 7 sevens are 49, 4. Negative remainder 4. Sorry, positive remainder 4. There are no negative reminders here. That's my mistake. I hope it is clear. Now, from this beautiful conclusion of 10 cube by 7 minus 1, 10 cube by 11 minus 1, 10 cube by 13 minus 1, what is the rule that we can write it? The rule goes like this. The rule goes like this. Start from right hand side. Start from right hand side. Take a group of 3 digits. Take a group of 3 digits. Alternatively add and subtract. Alternatively add and subtract. This is the divisibility rule for 7, 11, 13 and its combinations. Start from right hand side, take a group of 3 digits, alternatively add and subtract. This is the divisibility rule for 7, 11, 13 and its combinations. Now another important conclusion, we will do it after taking this example. 1, 2, 3, 123. 123 is a 3 digit number. I am writing this 3 digit number twice. Divided by 143. 143 is 11 into 13. Remainder 1. 123 into 10 cube plus 123 divided by 143. This is minus 1. Minus 123 plus 123 is 0. Extremely important point. Any 3 digit number written twice. Any 3 digit number written twice. Any 3 digit number written twice is always divisible by 7, 11, 13 and its combinations. And its combinations. This one is very important. Start from right hand side, take a group of 3 digits, alternatively add and subtract to get the divisibility rule for 7, 11, 13. Another beautiful conclusion is any 3 digit number if you write twice or not only twice, even number of times. Any 3 digit number written even number of times is always divisible by 7, 11, 13. When I say it is divisible by 7, 11, 13, remainder will be 0. One example. For example, remainder 1, 152, 152, 152. Written 82 times divided by 91. 152 is a 3-digit number. Any 3-digit number written even number of times, what will be the answer? 0. I hope it is clear. Suppose 888888 written 49 times divided by 13. Now think logically. 88 written 49 times is nothing but 888 written. This is nothing but 888 written 16 times and one more 8. Are you all with me? And one more 8 divided by 13. Yes or no? 49 can be written as 3 into 16 plus 1. 3 is nothing but 8 written 3 times. If 8 written 3 times is nothing but a 888, which is a 3-digit number. If a 3-digit number is written 16 times plus one more 8, this is 0. Answer for this question is 8. Answer for this question is 8. Any 3-digit number written even number of times is always divisible by 7, 11, 13 and its multiples. Are you all with me? 7 into 11, 7 into 13, 11 into 13 and 7 into 11 into 13. Idea clear, right? Another beautiful conclusion. Suppose if I write a single digit 6 times divided by 77. Take a group of 3 digits alternatively plus minus. 222 minus 222 is 0. Another beautiful conclusion. Any single non-zero digit written in multiples of 6 is always divisible by 7, 11, 13 and combinations. Are you all with me? 77, 91, 143, 1001. If there is a single digit and it is written in combination of 6 multiples, 6, 12, 18, 24 and so on. Suppose 5555 is written 84 times divided by 1001. 5 is a single non-zero digit. Is it written in multiples of 6 times? 84 is 6 into 14. So what will be the answer? 0. Extreme important 3 conclusions. What is the divisibility rule of 7, 11, 13? Start from right hand side. Take a group of 3 digits. Alternatively add and subtract. That is the first divisibility rule for 7, 11, 13 and its combinations. Second rule. Any 3-digit number written in multiples of 2 or any 3-digit number written even number of times is always divisible by 7, 11, 13. Second. Third. Any non-zero single digit number written in groups of 6 is always divisible by 7, 11, 13. Idea clear? Perfect idea? Right. Now we will solve with these 3 understanding some problems. Now all the problems will become very, very easy if you understand it. First question. Find the remainder when n is divided by 7, 11, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take a group of 3 digits. Take a group of 3 digits. Take a group of 3 digits. Alternatively plus minus. Alternatively plus minus when divided by 7. If I do plus minus, 102 minus 1, 1 is 11, plus 789 minus 146, which is nothing but 333. 456 plus 333 is 789, plus 333, plus 123. 123 plus 11 is 134. 134 plus 333 is 467. 134, 467. So remainder when 467 divided by 7. 7 6 are 42. 47. 7 6 are 42. Answer is 5. I hope the idea is clear. 7 6 are 42. 47. Answer is 5. First one, it is 5. Now this 467 is very important because with this we can do all the other questions. Second question. 467 divided by 11. 11 minus 6, it is 5. Third one, 467 divided by 13. 13 3s are 13, 9, 77. 13 5s are 65. Answer is 12. I hope the idea is clear. Why? Because the divisibility rule of 7, 11, 13 remains the same. Take a group of 3 digits, start from right hand side, alternatively add and subtract. Alternatively add and subtract. I hope the idea is clear. Now before we close the session, what are the concepts that we discussed today? The concept that we discussed is divisibility rule. Divisibility rules we discussed. Divisibility rules. First we discussed for 2, 5 and 10. Then we discussed for 2 power n, 5 power n and 10 power n. Then we discussed the divisibility rule for 3, 9. Then we discussed the divisibility rule for composite number where it can be written as a product of two coprimes. Product of two coprimes. Then we discussed the divisibility rule for 11. Method 1 we discussed. Method 2 we discussed. Method 3 we discussed. Then we took an example. Then we discussed the divisibility rule for 7, 11, 13 and its applications. These are the concepts which we discussed in divisibility rule session 1. I hope all the concepts are clear to you. Just I am rewinding it right from the beginning. First we had found out how to find out the divisibility rule for 2, 5 and 10. Then we found out divisibility rule for 2 square, 2 cube, 5 square, 5 cube, 10 square, 10 cube. Then we found out divisibility rule for 3 and 9. Then we did it for 18. 18 is 2 into 9. How to find the equation. Then we discussed a very important concept. Instead of taking single digits, you take it in doublet, triplet, singular format. The resultant digital sum does not change. 9, 36, 45. 36 is 4 into 9. 45 is 5 into 9. Divisibility rule for 11. Method 1, method 2, method 3. Method 3.